This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Carry for Bush. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
He's checking.
Now a handoff working right. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Looking to throw on second down. Vick, quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety.
And the Raiders have got him.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On second down now, it's Bush. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, McNair being chased out left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's McNair, flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Vick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Vick. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Throwing, Vick. Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Vick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And
down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. To throw, Vick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vick. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Ravens push further out in in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A give. This is Bush. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Vick now. This is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the shotgun, it's Vick, escaping the pressure right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19. Yard line.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Switch. Check 3.
Here we go on fourth down. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. First down, Vick. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6 as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 48. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Vick buying time to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he lost the football. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him throw another one.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 27 yards there, a first down. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A gain of 32 that time. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Lutz good on the extra point. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. There's Vick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. An even 90 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And
the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Let's go.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they try the right side here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down. This quarterback now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the... And a loose football!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never